Welcome back to the podcast today on this great
Yeah.
Saturday.
Talking about figures today. Anyways, last week got a job, started working. This week got paid. Last week didn't get paid, but you know what? I was making money, so I decided to buy AEW ring. Now, within 7 days, I opened that ring. I took out the Kenny Omega figure. I looked at the size of this ring, and I looked around in my room or my little section, my collector's corner, and because it's in my bedroom right now, and I have a little corner for my collection. Um, I was like, if I build this thing, where the hell am I going to put this? Where, this thing is gigantic. Why did I buy this? So I took a picture, I posted on Facebook. I say, hey, selling this ring, and without Kenny Omega figure. And someone was like, literally, I got 10 messages within the hour, and it was gone. Someone said, I'm going to come pick it up, and they don't reply. Someone else said they wanted it. I said, did you read it properly? Because there's no Kenny Omega figure. I made sure to tell people there's no Kenny Omega figure in this, even though I already put it in the description. You know, people don't like to read. I then sold it, and I shipped it out today. And I literally made, so I guess technically the Kenny Omega figure cost me $10, but essentially broke even. I got the figure for free in my head.
There you go.
And now it's on my desk. So there you go.
So
there's my story. Omega figure.
Old takes exposed. Go back a couple months, and Justin saying, "I will not buy any of these AEW figures," and here he is buying a ring.
Now I have two exclusive figures. Now I have the Bubbly exclusive, I have the Kenny Omega exclusive, and I have none of the OG figures yet in my possession.
But will you be ordering these figures?
What, the new ones?
Yes.
Yes. You already know. I'm pretty deep. I'm probably going to buy the regular ring. I'm probably going to buy all the figures. I'm probably going to buy the new series. Apparently, AEW is going to be re-releasing Series 1, not how the original skin tone is, but they're going to do it the way that they were done on the prototype version that we saw in February, or March, I guess, March 1st. And they're going to be doing that with different packaging, showing that this was a running change.
Really?
Yeah. They said the originals are going to be kept original, and then the running change will be on different packaging to show people that this is a same series, different version of the series.
So how are they going to do that? I didn't hear that. How are they going to do that then?
I don't know.
What's it going to look like?
They haven't released anything of how it's going to look. They haven't released when they're going to be up for pre-order or anything. It's just been, that was it.
I don't know how you would do that. So I'm glad I bought those then.
Yeah, so Series 1's going to be like Series 1 OG, and then, I don't know, maybe I have to buy two. Maybe I got the lighter skin. Maybe I have to buy the tan skin. And apparently the Brandy is like the new Chase figure because no one could find one, and they're sold out on Ringside. So,
dude,
yeah. Isn't that kind of fun?
They better ship out some of those Brandies because, I've never wanted a Brandy figure more than I do right now. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Should have pre-ordered it.
Well, I didn't want to pre-order it. Why would I pre-order it?
Back ordered it when I was on back order.
I didn't want these figures 6 months ago.
No, they were on back order until 2 or 3 weeks ago, and then now the Brandy's gone forever. It's off the site. The only EW figure you could go on Ringside and buy right now is Kenny Omega, and it's on back order till mid-November. You can't even pre-order the damn Unrivaled Series 2 because the pre-order sold out. Oh, by the way, today they put Ultimate Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Fiend on pre-sale or pre-order. The Hulk Hogan sold out by 5 o'clock, and they had to update the pre-order. So now they're shipping the second batch later. I'm like, holy crap. I can't believe a figure sold in 1 day, a pre-order where they have to put pre-order number 2 on in a day.
Dude, you're going to be able to go into any Walmart or any Target and find that figure, the Ultimate Edition.
It's Hollywood Hogan. They've never made a Hollywood Hogan figure Elite or anything. They made Jax, but they never made a Mattel version. That's what I want to say.
I mean, I think they'll be fine.
One of the most iconic figures. I guarantee that's going to be the hardest. Those two figures are going to be the hardest Ultimates you're going to find: the Fiend and the Hogan. Because Hollywood Hogan NWO belt with the boa and the shirt and everything, and then you got the Fiend with the belt.
Do you think those will be the ones that bring the Ultimate Edition, like like bring it up a little bit?
I think it's up, but I think those will be like impossible to find.
Do you think it's gonna like raise all the like when the water rises, it brings up everything?
What do you mean?
Like is the Nakamura, like is it the Cena, like are the Triple H, are those gonna be like go up in price a little bit because of the it's in the same line as these
Oh,
two?
I feel what you're saying. I don't think so. It shouldn't. That makes no sense. The Triple H is kind of whatever to find.
Hmm.
Nakamura is the easiest, and Nakamura just kind of sits there. I
Yeah,
feel like. The
Nakamura
Cena
and Finn.
was rare for. I know it's like the newer guys sit, but the retro guys kind of go.
Yeah,
Like no Warrior. I guess you can't find a Becky Lynch, and the Cena one was kind of rare at one point because no one was really finding them. They were going for like 100 to 200 eBay, which is crazy. Now
oh
Ringside
yeah.
has them again. Now they're back to regular. But it's like it's wild with these ultimate figures. Ultimates, I actually like the ultimate figures because like I feel like wrestlers I could buy because they're like
Hmm.
the most accessories you could do. Like I was thinking of getting like the Rock's coming out. I'm like, okay, I gotta get a Rock figure, and I'm gonna get an Austin one, but I don't want any Austin Elite because I know they're gonna make an Ultimate one day and have
True.
all the stuff I want. So it's like these Ultimates are like I like them because they only come out in two in a set. And like eventually they're gonna release wrestlers I want. One day they'll have an Undertaker. They're obviously gonna have a Sting one day. They're probably gonna have a Kane one day.
Yeah,
So
you
yeah.
said Undertaker. Yeah.
So yeah, they're probably gonna have all these things. And they're always with big time wrestlers that have like different head sculpts and all that. And they always have one retro and one normal. So I wonder who the next normal is gonna be.
Well, when Punk comes back in 6 years to do the Hall of Fame, do you think they're gonna re-release some figures of his?
If Punk ever comes back and something to do with WWE, they're 1,000% releasing Punk, CM Punk shirts, CM Punk everything. Like if he's coming back for a Legends deal or something, he's gonna. And why would he? If he's coming back to sign with WWE for anything, why wouldn't he want to sell merch? Because they're already gonna own. They're already paying him for something. Might as well shell out as much as you can, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't
That's
make any
true.
sense. What else is there? Anything new with cards?
No. I mean, like, not really. Like, next week's gonna be kind of crazy because it's Mosaic football, and apparently the rumor is that they had like Mosaic basketball, that they took off this or they didn't like send out back when it came out because that was like the first real product that people went crazy for. So the rumor on the streets is that they're going to um, kind of re-release the rest of their inventory with Mosaic Football. So it might be pretty crazy.
To Walmart or Target for 7 hours.
What?
Will you be going to Walmart or Target for 7 hours?
Absolutely not, because the one Walmart that those people were at, the one guy is going to be like bring his whole family, like just to make sure that he can like split it with everybody. So if anybody is listening to this and they're in the Illinois area, do not go to the Algonquin Walmart. That's all I gotta say.
That's
Um,
that we always juice at tropical juice or whatever
no, no,
tropical
no, no.
cafe.
That's a different one. But no, I'm gonna go to like my local Walmart, and I'll wait in line with the old guy and the other like construction guy, and we'll walk in. I'll probably get like three blasters and maybe like two value packs, and then I can walk out and go open it and get nothing, which is kind of what happened today. But that's besides the point. So, um, when I went there today, they had like Donruss football, which is like the new stuff that came out like last week or 2 weeks ago. Um, and they only had value packs. They had no blasters. So what I'm thinking is, I think there's an employee that kind of put those on the side, and then they just kind of said, I'll buy them later." You know what I mean? So
Honestly, if I was there, I'd be like, why not, dude? I know it's bad, but it's
yeah,
like if you're making whatever at Walmart, I'm trying to make some extra side money.
yeah. So I mean, you know, it's one of those things where after Mosaic football, I can kind of breathe for a little bit because the next thing that won't like basically after this, the only thing I really care about is like Topps Update Baseball, which is in like November, and then like Panini Prism Football, which is like kind of like the flagship in my opinion. Um, and then when the new draft class comes out for basketball, if they can, if NBA, if you could hurry up with this like garbage final stuff so we can get to the important stuff like the NBA draft, like the
Dude,
important
you don't
things.
care about the finals. You care about the fucking draft.
1000%.
That
And
makes no
Brandon and Miguel, someone's gonna message me like you're a crazy person. You know what? I don't care.
hold on.
I don't
You care
care.
about people drafting players, but you don't care about them playing the game.
I will watch the finals, but I can't get into the finals as much unless there's player like depending on who's on the teams. Like when it's like LeBron and like like what was it the past couple of years? It was like what?
That's this year, LeBron and Jimmy Butler. That's what's gonna happen.
Okay, like to me, it's like okay, whatever. Like the only player that I really know is like Tyler Hero. I know he's really good because I know of him from like his cards. You know what I mean? Like this year will be different because like I there's some players that I actually do know on both teams. But other than that, I care much more about like the two Kansas players that are in the draft than I do about the finals. Just because it was always like Warriors and Cavs and like LeBron rules the world and blah blah blah. So yeah, I care much more about the draft than I do the finals. So
Weird.
it's just the thing, like for me, like I like college basketball so much that once they get drafted, that's kind of like it's kind of like it.
Such
So
an indie mark, dude. College basketball.
hey man,
You gotta
once
watch
they go to NXT,
where
it's
the
over.
big boys play.
Well, I watched more NBA this year than I have in a long time, just because like of cards and because of like the bubble and it looks different and I don't know, but
The bubble games have been 5 stars, by the way, because when you're watching playoffs and like you're watching your team play in the playoffs, it doesn't matter if a crowd's there or not. That's what I realized watching games in the bubble. Pre
mhm.
Regular season games, not as fun to watch. NBA playoff games, hella fun to watch.
And I mean, who knows? I might watch the finals this year and I might actually get into it. And then next year, I'll be able to actually watch it for real. Like, people forget. Well, people don't forget, but I went to my first NBA game this year before all this stuff started back in February. It was the Hornets and the Bulls. And then a couple months later, they had the documentary about Jordan. And like I was glad that I went to that Bulls game because I feel like prices are going to increase a little bit after after that, just because people are going to be nostalgic next year. Like, oh man, remember that Last Dance documentary? Like, I got to go check out a Bulls game, and the prices go up.
I
So
feel like
even
last
though,
it's come and gone. That people have like not thinking about that.
well, yeah, obviously, but that's besides the point. But I don't know. No, there's the only thing that I bought relatively related to this was there was a like I was looking at the Star Wars stuff at Target because now Ryan Falcone's got me into looking at Star Wars figures.
We
Um,
talked about Star Wars figures, and I've seen them on Facebook. Obviously, by the way, when we talked about that, obviously I'm gonna get ads for it, and all that little Black series came up and whatever, and I was just like,
mm,
no.
they're half
Like
off.
honestly, I see like random people trying to sell them, and I'm like, I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'm not even like I look at them, I'm like, I don't need this. Like I don't even want them.
well, that's why I specifically stick to just Ray figures because like to me that's like a like it's like like it's one person and it's simple, kind of like with Undertaker. But like I got that Luke Skywalker and the Stormtrooper like outfit because I was like, that's just like a cool looking figure. Like you can put the little helmet on him, and it turns into a Stormtrooper, or you can take it off and now it's Luke Skywalker. So it's like a 2-for-1 deal. But I found a like one of the retro like what is it like 4 inch or something, 3 inch whatever. Like Ray. I guess you can call it Rey rookie figures. It's from The Force Awakens. I'll actually snap you a picture of it. If you look it up on Google, it's The Force Awakens Star Wars Rey Jakku, um, like figure, I guess you can say. I feel like I already sent this to you, but I'll send it to you again. Just because like it's a sweet figure. It's Rey, and I was surprised when I walked up to Target and they had it. I was like, wait a minute, this is like how many years old? Like 5 years old. So how do they have this figure out here? They also had Darth Maul, which I probably should have bought, but you know what? That's okay, because I don't need it, because I only buy Rey. So yeah, that's it.
All right. That's it. Till
All right,
tomorrow.
talk to you in the next one.